Well, I'm unmuted. I was getting the word out about the PDS tornado warning. And I'll get the word out about the live stream. Not sure when I unmuted because I didn't press anything to unmute, so I feel like OBS just kind of does that sometimes out of nowhere, and it's annoying. So I'll be right back again. All right. I mean, here it goes. It's going. It's starting. I mean, we already have a development along the dry line that is just beginning to get into the moderate risk area. And the 20Z ARRR looked scary. Let me pull that up real quick. Yeah, that's scary. That's multiple discrete supercells. So yeah, right now our storms are developing. Doesn't really look like they're doing too much. They are rapidly developing though. None of them have any like notable rotation. They do have some pretty nice looking mesocyclones on some of them. And they definitely are rotating, but definitely not enough to warrant a tornado warning just yet. Probably far from it. This actually has a tornado possible signature for Moreland. This one has a hook. This severe thunderstorm does have a hook on it, so it is trying to wrap around and likely try and produce a tornado. No clear indication of rotation just yet on this severe thunderstorm. I mean, we do have what seems to be rotation at least trying to develop, but it's having a hard time right now. It's slowly getting there. And then we have severe thunderstorm warnings that extend all the way up into southern Nebraska right now. And a lot of these have some nice hooks, like this one, this discrete cell has a really nice hook on it. And I'm pretty sure this one actually produced a tornado earlier today. We did get a tornado warning on one of these storms earlier. Ooh, this has a really, really nice hook on it. This little MCS, a feature in southern Nebraska and northern Kansas, has a really nice hook on it. A really clear hook there, embedded in the line. Ooh, and some rotation too. Definitely some really nice rotation on that. That could definitely warrant a tornado warning. I definitely wouldn't be surprised if they didn't. I would be surprised if they didn't issue a tornado warning. They should. I definitely think that they will issue a tornado warning for this. That definitely has a nasty look to it. I'm also kind of curious about my location because one of these storms already had a tornado, and they're kind of heading my way, so there is a 2% tornado risk for those. So it does look like it is going to take a little bit longer for our storms to completely develop. So we'll give them a little bit of time, but they are definitely ongoing. They're definitely raging. They're definitely ongoing with some really nice hail. Definitely some large hail in a lot of these, upwards of 1.5, 1.75 inches already. And some of them already have tornado possible signatures and some pretty strong wind gusts. So definitely some pretty strong storms ongoing, and some of them could definitely produce a tornado, especially when the low level jet increases later on tonight. Sorry, I'm not like crying. I'm trying to hold back my cough. Ooh, just got a tornado warning, so I'll switch to this thing. Did just get a tornado warning. Yep, exactly what I just called it for. They did issue a tornado warning for, that area in, Nebraska, that little embedded hook gecko. We'll pull up dual panel. Yeah, that is some really tight rotation. That's also a strong rotation as well with what it seems to be. Oh, no, it doesn't seem as strong as what I thought it was. Those oranges looked much stronger to me for some reason. We also got another tornado warning for somewhere, but for this one, real quick, definitely extremely tight rotation on this. We'll switch this to velocity, this to correlation coefficient. This may be on the ground. This could very well be on the ground. I can't really tell, but it looks like this may be a little bit of a correlation coefficient drop. It's not perfectly in line with our rotation there, but it could very well be on the ground. That could definitely be a tornado on the ground, and if not, one could still touch down at any time. Here's your warning text. In the area's impact include Lawrence around 4:30 p.m. CDT. Anytime you hear me do that, it's probably my throat collapsing or feeling like it's collapsing, so I have to cough. It's not really collapsing. That's exaggeration, but my throat just being annoyance, and I'm having to cough it out. So anytime you hear me do that, just that's the reason why. If I go muted for a minute, but this is what. Oh, I forgot. It's not perfectly in frame. This is what your warning text says. Why is the radar not entirely in frame? There, that's better. The National Weather Service in Hastings issued a tornado warning for northwestern Nichols County in south central Nebraska, northeastern Webster County in south central Nebraska until 4:45 p.m. CDT. At 4:23 p.m. CDT, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Cowles, or 28 miles south of Hastings, moving northeast at 25 miles per hour. Hazard tornado. Definitely take shelter if you live in the affected region. This dangerous storm will be near Lawrence around 4:30 p.m. CDT. If you live in Lawrence, please take shelter immediately. Again, if there isn't a tornado on the ground, which it looks like there very well could be one potentially, if there isn't a tornado on the ground, please take shelter. Even if there isn't a tornado on the ground, is what I'm trying to say. Please take shelter immediately, but there still could very well be one on the ground. Please take shelter immediately if you live in the affected region. Again, tornado warning for Lawrence, Nebraska. Now that I've had a minute to fully comprehend it, the McDonald's milkshake doesn't taste all that good. Thought we had another tornado warning. Oh, we do. It's for Tennessee this time. So we do have another tornado warning for Tennessee. This is getting, honestly, scarily close to my house. Please don't mind if I have to go at any point in time due to this, because again, I do have a tornado risk. And a tornado is definitely possible for my location, and we do have multiple we have seen already multiple tornadoes for this region. In fact, this looks like it's on the ground. We do have a correlation coefficient drop, a really clear correlation coefficient drop in tight rotation. And they're perfectly lined up too. Tornado warning for Smithville, Midway, all the way to Macedonia and Shady Grove in central Tennessee, moving into the Cumberland Plateau region. National Weather Service has issued. National Weather Service in Nashville has issued a tornado warning for East Central DeKalb County in Middle Tennessee, Northwestern White County in Middle Tennessee until 5 p.m. CDT. At 4:24 p.m. CDT, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Smithville, moving east at 25 miles per hour. Hazard tornado. Source radar indicator rotation. This dangerous storm will be near Smithville around 4:30 p.m. CDT. Other locations impact include Baker's Crossroads. If you live in the affected region, please take shelter immediately. Again, it does look like a tornado is on the ground with this storm. Perfectly clear correlation coefficient drop, lined up perfectly with our area of rotation there. Tornado definitely looks like it's on the ground at this time. I'm hoping that I'm hoping that I may be able to see a tornado today. That's a wild hope, though, because the risk is kind of low for tornadoes, but it's not out of the question. I really hope I can see a tornado today. But I really hope it doesn't do anything crazy. Yeah, this correlation coefficient drop is continuing to deepen. Just to the northwest of Smithville and north of Smithville, likely impacted at least some northern portions of Smithville. Hopefully you were taking shelter. If you live in the warning path, if you haven't taken please take shelter if you haven't already. Again, a tornado is on the ground and it is doing damage in populated areas, semi-populated areas. Tornado is on the ground again. Very clear correlation coefficient drop, lined up perfectly with an area of rotation there. We did get another tornado warning. I do want to check that out real quick. I have no idea where it is. Okay, this has been updated to observed. It's a radar confirmed tornado now. So again, the radar confirmed debris has been indicated, and the tornado is on the ground at this time. Again, if you live in any of the affected regions, that includes Smithville and any of these other smaller towns that you see, as well as Baker's Crossroad, please take shelter immediately. Again, this is an observed tornado. The tornado is on the ground moving through these regions. If you haven't taken shelter already, please do. Again, a tornado has been confirmed. Please take shelter immediately if you haven't already. Unfortunately, a lot of these storms have rotation on them. Yeah, it seems like I'm perfectly in the path of this thing. By about 88 miles. This isn't the only time this storm has produced a tornado. Again, this debris ball is continuing to deepen. We have 4 tornado warnings now. Half of them I don't even know where they are for. We have the one for Nebraska. No way they're all just the same tornado. Okay, no, we now have a tornado warning for Oklahoma here. For this area of rotation. That rotation definitely picked up significantly more than what it was previously showing. This is radar indicated. This is what your warning text says. Definitely has some very, very tight, very clear rotation on there in a very conducive environment already. This is what your warning text says. The National Weather Service in Norman has issued a tornado warning for southeastern Woods County in northwestern Oklahoma, southwestern Alfalfa County in northwestern Oklahoma, northwestern Major County in northwestern Oklahoma, east central Woodward County in north central Oklahoma, until 5:15 p.m. CDT. At 4:33 p.m. CDT, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 4 miles northwest of Quinlan, moving east at 40 miles per hour. Tornado and golf ball-sized hail. Radar indicator rotation. Locations of impact include Alva, Waynock, Tacoma, Quinlan, Avard, and Hopeland. If you live in the affected region, please take shelter immediately. Again, tornado could touch down at any time with the storm. If there isn't a tornado on the ground already, again, one could touch down any time with the storm. So please take shelter if you haven't already. Again, tornado warning continues for northwestern Oklahoma. I am particularly worried about these. Thankfully, it does look like rotation is dying off. We still have some really clear debris being lofted still. Very, very clear debris ball. Very clear correlation coefficient drop lined up with our area of rotation here. May even be getting a little bit of a handoff here. Maybe seeing another area of rotation with inflow. Looks like we may be getting a handoff here. How fast is this moving? Moving east at 25 miles per hour. It is still hours away, but that's definitely has a concerning look to it. Again, tornado warning continues for regions in central Tennessee, mainly in the Cumberland Plateau, for a couple smaller towns such as Midway, Macedonia, and Shady Grove. Okay. Yeah, tornado warning continues for more rural areas in the Cumberland Plateau, in some small towns like Midway, Macedonia, and Shady Grove. If you live in the affected region, please take shelter immediately if you haven't already. Hey, Wormwoods. Again, for anyone living in the path of this thing, tornado warning continues for Midway, Macedonia, and Shady Grove. It does look like we did get a handoff here. I doubt that this is too much debris. Doubt that this is more debris fallout, probably falling down from the sky now, or remaining aloft. Having a second area of rotation develop here, further off to the east, will likely have a handoff here, and maybe even another area of rotation further off to the west a little bit behind it that could also potentially become stronger. Either way, if any of these areas of rotation, any of these supercells can tighten up, they can produce a tornado. Let's look at this tornado warning for Oklahoma. Doesn't look like it's on the ground. Rotation is a little bit more on the weaker side of things, but it's also moving towards the radar site. So everything is kind of on the green side of the velocity color table. So everything's moving towards the radar site relative to the radar site. But relative to the storm, there is a little bit of rotation. What? I agree with you. I honestly can't fathom what may be possible later on this afternoon. But tornado warning continues for southeastern Woods County in northwestern Oklahoma, southwestern Alfalfa County in northwestern Oklahoma, northwestern Major County in northwestern Oklahoma. It's gonna be like Joplin was. Well, I don't like to compare severe weather events because each of them is different, all in their own different ways. But east central Woodward County and northwestern Oklahoma, severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 4 miles northwest of Quinlan, moving east at 40 miles per hour. Areas of impact include Alva, Winnock, Tacoma, Quinlan, Avard, and Hopton. If you live in the affected region, please take shelter immediately if you haven't already, because even if a tornado isn't on the ground, one could still touch down at any time. Can't really tell if it's on the ground or not because I can't really see the rotation too well. I mean, it's definitely there, but it definitely seems to be a little bit more on the weaker end side of things. I'm pulling open Radar Omega so I can get storm relative velocity. So I can see. Oops. very, very nice look echo on the storm, though. I'll switch over to reflectivity here. Well, as far as EF1 goes, we'll never know their rating until damage is done. But I don't even know, because it's not a confirmed tornado. It may, I mean, there's a tornado warning. There's a very clear hook echo, so a tornado is possible. I don't think that there's much rotation. Yeah, rotation is definitely more so on the weaker side of things, but we have a really, really nice hook echo. I would like rotation to strengthen up to really indicate a tornado, but right now it's just, I just don't think it's there. Let's go back to the Tennessee region. We're having a kind of a surprise outbreak here. Not really an outbreak, that's an overstatement, but you know what I mean. Really nice rotation on both of these supercells. Plus, we have one storm in one's rear flank, which is increasing RFD, and in turn increasing inflow. This area of rotation is definitely going to be stronger, and most likely, most likely, the tornado producer out of the two. But yeah, that's definitely has potential to produce a tornado. Wormwoods, hopefully they're just rain when they get here. Shouldn't last long. Yeah, I haven't really been paying attention to what tomorrow says. I may make tomorrow more of a break day, cause yeah, yeah. If I can't even finish my sentence, that kind of says something. Not really a break day, but more of a day for just resting. But so that's kind of why I haven't really been focused on tomorrow. Mainly been focused on today, especially with the first high risk of my career being issued, and insane tornado parameters and insane parameter space, and basically little to no fail modes. There's basically nothing that can cause the high risk to kind of be bad. It's kind of expected by this point to go absolutely crazy. This blanket's in the way. East. Wormwoods. They're heading east. This is Tennessee, though. I'll have the other tornado warning pulled up on my phone, just so I can watch that there as well. But yeah, these are like really discrete cells. I'm surprised they aren't already producing tornadoes. looks like the cell to the south of the one in Oklahoma also looks like it's about to get a tornado warning. All right, take care, Wormwoods. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, this supercell is definitely becoming the more dominant one. This is definitely the more prominent, more dominant area of rotation. It's very broad right now. It will need to tighten up if it wants to produce a tornado, but there is enough instability to get to keep it going. I honestly really hope it keeps on the track it's going. One, so there's not any noticeable deviant motion that will really put people's lives in danger, but also because I kind of want to see something because I'm basically in the long-term path of this thing. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about. This one to the north definitely has some tight, but definitely a little bit more weaker rotation. Don't know if that really warrants a tornado warning or not. But if that can strengthen, that could definitely support tornadic development. But it's a start. It's a start. And the further down to the south, on this one, definitely have stronger area. Did it just disappear while I was looking at it? No, it's still there. Definitely have a little bit of a stronger area of rotation, but it's definitely tight, but also a little bit more on the weaker side, especially compared to the last radar scan. So if that up north has a tornado warning, then this one should too, by definition. They continued this one. Honestly, don't really know what the point of continuing it was. This one should have a tornado warning, though, if the one up north does. I just told you. I said if the one to the north has a tornado warning, then this one should too, and this one got a tornado warning. No indicator of it being on the ground because it looks like it's contaminated is all you'll get out of all you get out of it. But tornado warning is in effect now for southwestern Woods County in northwestern Oklahoma, southwestern Alfalfa County in northwestern Oklahoma, western Major County in northwestern Oklahoma, southwestern Woodward County in northwestern Oklahoma. At 4:45 p.m. CDT, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 4 miles east of Mutual, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Locations impact include Fairview, Mutual, Chester, Orion, and Bowes Junction. If you live in the affected region, please take shelter immediately. Again, if a tornado isn't on the ground, which is impossible to tell by this point, which there very well could be one on the ground, one could still touch down at any time with this storm. If you haven't taken shelter already, please do. Hey, they continued the tornado warning further south. It's now radar indicated. It does look like our storms are picking up on more of a southern vector. Tornado warning in effect for tornado warning in effect for let's just read it. Tornado warning for central White County, Middle Tennessee. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located 7 miles west of Sparta, moving east at 20 miles per hour. Other locations impacted by this tornadic storm include Doyle. If you live in the affected region, please take cover now. And this dangerous storm will be near Sparta around 5:05 p.m. CDT. Again, if you live in the affected region, please take shelter immediately. Even if a tornado isn't on the ground already, but it looks like it could very well be. But correlation coefficient is really contaminated. So if you do live in the affected region, please take shelter immediately, regardless. Yeah, so a lot of these storms are beginning to look really, really nice. This one has some really tight rotation on it. My radar keeps bugging out for some reason, though. This one has some really nice rotation on it. Very tight rotation there. It's pretty strong. Has some really strong RFD as well. Areas impact include southwestern Woods County for northwestern Oklahoma, southwestern Alfalfa County in northwestern Oklahoma, western Major County in northwestern Oklahoma, southwestern Woodward County in northwestern Oklahoma till 5:45 p.m. CDT. At 4:45 p.m. CDT, severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 5 miles east of Mutual, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Locations impacted include Fairview, Mutual, Chester, Orion, and Bowles Junction. If you live in the affected region, please take shelter immediately. Again, tornado warning in effect for a lot of those places that I just mentioned: Fairview, Mutual, Chester, Orion, and Bowles Junction. If you live in the affected region, please take shelter immediately. Tornado could touch down at any time, if not already. Oh, sorry, I haven't really speaking much. It's been hacking my lungs out. Still, honestly, don't really know what's going on with this tornado warning to the north. Not a whole lot of rotation that's perfectly clear or really prominent, but this storm does have a really nice hook echo on it. Same with the majority of these storms down the line, these really discrete storms. The linear mode only begins in Kansas, or in northern Kansas, it seems. We even have some more discrete cells in central Kansas. That's what you get for a high risk. Still unbelievable to me that we have a high risk today. Honestly, kind of feels like a dream. Just wish I wasn't diagnosed with pneumonia on the same day. Thankfully, it doesn't look like I'm gonna have to worry about the supercell in Tennessee. What? What did I just knocked something down. Hopefully you guys heard that too. What was that? Oh. It was just, my, microphone stand for my microphone, back when I got it, before I put it on a boom arm. It's, the manufacturer one. It's a really nice hunk of metal, though. You'll probably use this for self-defense or carrying a coffee cup, because it is weird. It's a weird shape. It has a really large flat bottom with like a handle on that goes off to the side a little bit and then up. It's like those like centrifugal don't spill coffee cup carrier things that people always brag about. Alright, there. I'll put it there. Honestly, I don't really know when I should go live for this. To be honest, I don't really want. I honestly don't feel like being live right now. By the way, I've muted myself like every time. Like the majority of the time, I've been coughing, but. Oh, I feel it now. Oh, is that the feel of pneumonia in my lungs? Did get a tornado report for that one Smithfield tornado. Second tornado report today. Outside of the one in South Dakota. Still have yet for the one in the high risk, because the risk is still just beginning. By the way, like all the Waffle Houses have closed in closed in the high risk region today. That's not good. That's not good at all. For those of you that don't know about the Waffle House Index, because they always want to make so much money, they will like almost never close their doors unless something big is going to happen. Like, I'm pretty sure they don't even close for holidays. Majority of the time, they don't close for hurricanes. But by the time they do close, that's how you like actually can take notice. Like, that's when the general public takes notice. And that's how you know it's gonna be kind of pretty significant if Waffle House is closing their doors for that day. So if Waffle House is closing, then I mean that's a code red on the Waffle House Index. Apparently I was muted. The chaser convergence is absolutely insane today. For those of you that don't know, chaser convergence is whenever there is a very large amount of storm chasers in a very tight location, trying to target a supercell all at the same time. So usually there's a lot of idiots that don't know how to drive or are distracted by what's going on around them, and it's an extremely dangerous situation. Honestly, any chasers that are currently chasing this thing, sorry if it was loud before, I just turned down the gain, but any chasers that are in this region, if you're chasing right now, please, honestly, stay more weather alert than any at-home civilians right now, because you're out there trying to see the storms. They're positioning themselves in the path of it on purpose. So honestly, they need to be more weather alert, extremely more weather alert and road aware. Like the chaser convergences probably could definitely be deadly across this region. If you are not an experienced chaser, please do not chase. If you are an experienced chaser, I still also don't really recommend it. If you're not an experienced chaser, if you are an experienced chaser, if you're a chaser whatsoever, I would recommend targeting something that's more so out of the way. It will have a lower risk probably if it's far enough out of the way, but it will likely be for your own life then to see the best of the best storms. If you want to see anything at all, make sure it's not in the path of where you're potentially going to be killed by other chasers. Still, just getting severe thunderstorm warnings left and right. The moderate risk is actually working a little bit lower than what was anticipated, which is a good sign for the high risk, but it probably doesn't really mean much for the high risk. The high risk is still probably going to explode on storms. Yeah. As far as this tornado warning goes, really, really nice hook. Really juicy RFD, though. Likely rain wrapped. Probably no chance that you'll be able to see the tornado. And rotation, that is honestly a little bit more on the weaker side. But still rotation nonetheless. Don't know if it's tornado warning worthy, though. It is radar indicated, though, so. If there was a tornado on the ground, we would likely get the observe tag like immediately because of how many chasers are on the supercell. Let me turn on the spotter network and you'll see what I'm talking about. Oh, where are they? It's like whenever the jump scare is stalled in a horror movie. Where are they? Oh, there they are. Look at all these chasers. I mean, look at this. There's so many chasers. Like, this is absolutely insane. Definitely gonna be some insane traffic from that. Looks like storms are dying off for the most part around my city. If you couldn't tell, I'm not doing well. Our violent tornado parameter actually shows the best risk for tornadoes being further north. A lot of these storms actually do have some nice rotation on them. Like, these are insanely high violent tornado parameter values. Upwards of what seems to be 14. I can't really tell. Extremely nice hook echo, but not much rotation really at all. Wouldn't be surprised to see this tornado warning be taken away. Hardly any noticeable rotation whatsoever. Friendly reminder to any storm chasers. Please know your boundaries when putting light bars on your storm chasing vehicles. One, they could be blinding in extremely heavy rainfall and massive hail. Plus, they may even just be destroyed in massive hail. And you shouldn't have light bars to the point you look like a emergency management vehicle. Unless you have certification, I would say. Then I guess maybe, but still, don't make your car look like a police vehicle because it looks cool, because you're not the police. Just a friendly reminder. So I saw a Twitter video where I couldn't tell what the context was, but if I had to guess, it was a chaser vehicle that was decked out to look like a police car. Could have been a police car, but there was nothing indicating it. It looked like it, though. I just think that's like utterly ridiculous because it makes you look like you have priority over everyone else, and it makes people think you're the actual police and can confuse people. It's just like there's no reason for it. Oh, it may actually be illegal to have red and blue lights on your vehicle. Don't think it's illegal to have any other. Uh, I don't think it's illegal to have any other color. So that actually may have been Vince Waltzy's car, but he had different color lights other than blue and red. So that's a good thing. I think it just may be if there's blue and yellow, blue, not blue and yellow, blue and red, because blue and red is like police. So I would like just know blue and red is my PSA. This tornado warning continued. Still not a whole lot of rotation. Radar indicated signature, but a really nice hook echo. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 4 miles west of Orienta, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. Tornado and golf ball sized hail. Radar indicator rotation. Flying debris would be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Locations impact include Enid, Helena, Lahoma, Ringwood, Cleo Springs, Goldtree, Menno, Aline, Nash, Hillsdale, Carrier, and Orienta. If you live in the affected region, please take shelter immediately. Even if there isn't a tornado on the ground, one could be on the ground at any time. But there's like hardly any rotation with this, to be honest. Surprised they actually continued the tornado warning, just based off the hook echo. Yeah, I thought that was outbound, but that's just flow. That's not even flow. That's just a hole in the data there, and that's the background of the tornado warning color. It's been a while. A long time no see. Stream. We have a couple of tornado warnings right now. 3 of them, 4 of them. To be honest, I don't have the mental availability or the capacity to cover right now. I'll probably restart the stream when the main event actually really starts. I'll go over the tornado warnings now, what's going on now, then I'll start the stream later. So there's a tornado warning with a really pretty well defined supercell for Oakwood, with definitely some massive hail as well. Definitely a really nice hook echo. Really nice hook echo. Doesn't fully wrap around all the way. Some nice rotation there. This is radar indicated. And way too contaminated to really indicate tornado being on the ground, but that's also because this is an area of lower reflectivity. Same with the area of rotation, that's in an area of lower reflectivity. So there's not really honestly much rotation with this. There's just a really well defined hook echo. Further off to the north, there's definitely some really well defined structure. Definitely pretty well defined supercell because it's pretty close to the radar site. Have a really well defined hook echo here. It's really tight, really messy, but you can definitely make out some rotation there. This is tornado born. It used to be observed, but now it's radar indicated. So it likely lifted if there was one on the ground before. No clear indicator of it being on the ground, but if you live in the affected region, please take shelter immediately regardless, because even if there isn't one on the ground, one could still touch down at any time. Areas include Pond Creek, Kremlin, Goldtree, Hunter, Hillsdale, Carrier, and Jefferson. Please take shelter immediately if you live in the affected region. For the one to the south that I mentioned, areas of impact include Canton, Oakwood, Putnam, Eagle City. If you live in the affected region, again, please take shelter immediately. And then we also have this tornado warning to the north. It's probably well defined earlier. Not really too much anymore. Definitely have a couple areas of rotation. No indicator of it being on the ground. And the tornado warning just expired, so never mind about that. So, yeah, I mean, that's probably going to conclude the stream until later tonight.